It's a rare feeling to watch a film that so unearths the period and setting it depicts, yet so universally speak to the relatable struggles of compassion and the kind of solace one especially expects around Christmas time. But Alexander Payne's latest did exactly that at the London Film Festival. My name is Ren, and this is my review of The Holdovers. Welcome back, Film Festival fans. Thank you for continuing to enjoy my coverage of the 2023 London Film Festival. We are in the final stretch after so many movies, which have all ended up on this playlist right up here. And I don't know about you, but I love Christmas and I love surprises. Which is why, walking into Alexander Payne's The Holdovers with zero expectations, I left so happy after he delivered a double whammy, where we follow a curmudgeonly instructor at the New England prep school who is forced to remain on campus during Christmas break to babysit the handful of students with nowhere to go. Eventually, he forms an unlikely bond with one of them, a damaged, brainy troublemaker, and with the school's head cook who has just lost her son in the Vietnam War. With such a premise, The Holdovers dangerously pulls off this tonal balance that constantly threatens becoming too sweet and sugar-coated. But David Hemingson's script, the film's best aspect, avoids this trapping by constantly engaging its grounded characters in delightfully comedic and poignant beats, earnestly pulling at the heartstrings with moments that create a genuine connection in between the small, intimate ensemble, which, in and of itself, initially contrasts how the cinematography captures the isolating enormity of the Barton School, with only 3 characters, 2 of them constantly bickering and butting heads with one another. But slowly, it encloses on this intimate ensemble as they begin to show their true selves through their inner pain and share a mutual understanding for one another. Paul Giamatti, always a delight to watch, gives one of his top form performances, spearheading this nuanced chase for connection with equal parts wit and rock-hard strictness. He is not only the most disliked teacher at Barton by his pupils and by his peers, he was once the most disliked student, having firsthand witnessed and experienced the mean-spiritedness and arrogance of all the rich boys who come into this school after being silver spoon-fed their entire lives, even now having to answer to a former student of his who has taken over as the headmaster of the school. He rejects the idea of allowing his student to see the man behind the educator, and Giamatti's holding down of Angus only increases the tension between them, causing Angus to lash out in disobedient acts of rebellion with both shocking and hysterical results. But as these combating scenarios unfold, Paul inevitably reveals more about himself, which causes the lonely young Angus to naturally open up in hopes of connecting with his teacher, the one figure of authority he has to spend this time with unwillingly after essentially being abandoned by his entire family and all his friends, who all had someone to go home to. And Dominic Sessa, in his debut performance, plays this heartbreak and this angst so believably. He is impressive, more than holding his own against Giamatti, both in the comedic heights and in the heartfelt moments, because Angus, he's still a teenager. He sees an opportunity to actually connect with someone, but he's too rough with his words. He is too rash with his actions. Not all these moments work so well because he doesn't really know how to communicate. You can tell that the relationship he has with his family is truly stifled. He has the highest degree of education possible and quality, but he doesn't necessarily have the best social skills because he's constantly been left out of growing up the way a young man deserves to grow up. It's a story truly about sympathy and connection. Astounding how Payne manages to deliver the most joyous laughs as well as capture the downright mean-spiritedness of our Grinchiest depths. It is also the kind of film that is sneaky about how good it gets, how much the emotionality touches you, holding us at an arm's length as much as the characters are holding back from each other. We're eventually surprised at just how deep the nuance goes, resulting in a first half that undoubtedly entertains and charms, but perhaps holds its cards just a little too close to its chest for just a little too long. It's in its second half that the Holdovers truly shines. All the more so because it continues to be a moving but simple story that speaks to the timeless truths of Christmas and the holiday season. And just like when Santa comes along to leave a present under the tree, Payne stealthily finds the heart of his story in his characters, creating an instant Christmas classic for the whole family to enjoy every year from now on. It's got a perfect balance of nuance, delight, charm, mean-spiritedness, genuine laughs, and some of the greatest insults you'll ever hear in a film. So before I dive into my final thoughts on the Holdovers, it's time for you to start a conversation about it in the comments below with not only your favorite Alexander Payne film, but your favorite Christmas film. Anything and everything down there. If you're enjoying my London Film Festival 2023 coverage, again, there's a playlist on my channel for you to watch, and here's my playlist from last year's London Film Festival. If you just want to talk more movies and TV, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button, and you won't miss any future conversations on your favorite movies and TV. The Holdovers is the sneaky little festive treat we didn't know we needed. A wholesome, beautifully vulnerable tale of kindness led by the treasured Paul Giamatti and a star-making turn from Dominic Sessa. Alexander Payne commits to a simple, sweet Christmas story, and he nails it. I'm giving The Holdovers an A-. Thank you so much for watching. Feels fitting as film festival season ends for the Christmas season to be in the way to wash over us. Don't forget to start the conversation about the Holdovers in the comments below, and big shout out to my channel members for always supporting the channel. There's still more London Film Festival reviews to come, so I'll see you in the next one. Until then, love each other and love the movies.